I'm David Groninger here in Seattle, Washington, and today is Saturday, January 2nd, 2016. That's just the very first page of a Rachmaninoff prelude in G minor, and probably written well over 100 years ago, and one of my favorite pieces. Well, the piano is a hobby of mine. I use it to express my feelings. I use it as an exercise in self-discipline. I use it as a measuring stick for my own self-improvement, my self-growth. You know, I used to have all kinds of, tension or carpal tunnel, for example, in my right forearm. Somehow or another, I discovered all these types of vitamins and different types of massage and different types of exercise, and I haven't had it in over 15 years. But I can't believe it. 15 years ago, I used to have carpal tunnel, but I don't have it, and I have not had it since. It used to be a little bit painful to play pieces like that, but not anymore. I used to have back sensitivity, so I discovered all these yoga exercises and stretching exercises, so I got rid of that. I used to have some type of a strange phenomena whereby my fingertips were a little bit painful when I, have hard contact with something. And somehow or another, again, exercise was probably the big thing, and that which helps the circulation. So I really looked at my diet, my exercise, getting enough rest. The fundamentals for healthy living are really the fundamentals that have helped me here at age like almost 60 years old. I'm not a great performing artist of any kind, but I can play pieces that require a bit of skill, and it's very easy for me to do it and a lot of fun. Well, every single day I ask myself this question: what can I say in a 10-minute message that just might help 10 million people? And every day I come up with answers. And the one I came up with today is simply this. It's something that everybody's heard of, but not everybody does by a long shot. And it's simply the idea of know thyself. Know thyself, meaning know who you are. Learn about yourself. Know about what kind of a personality you have. Know about how your moods change from day to day or within the day. Understand, what you love to do, what you like in life, what bothers you, and how to deal with it. The understanding of yourself, knowing yourself, has so many benefits, because I chose to learn about myself. I must have eradicated 25 or 30 different physical pains that were connected with not only playing the piano, but I worked for many years as a driver. Like lower back pain, neck pain, eye strain. All of these things I handled one at a time because I took notes about when they happened, and I discovered the cause of what was happening. I discovered the cause of what was I doing that was creating this stress, this pain. And although nobody's perfect, and here I am at almost 60 years old, when I'm 80 or 90, I might have a lot of pains, who knows. But right now I can play pieces like this very effortlessly. I could get into a car and drive anywhere. I can do all that, and I used to have all kinds of discomforts and back stress. Like I said, lower back pain, some neck pain, eye strain in driving. And I handled everything one at a time by just understanding myself. I took notes on what was happening. I asked many people. I'm really good at reaching out. I asked many people for ideas and solutions. I've done a lot of study, read a lot of books about the different types of pains that can happen to a person just in everyday life. So know yourself, know what kind of physical discomfort you have so that you can heal those things. Know what kind of emotional upsets seem to happen more commonly than maybe with other people, so that you can understand it and manage it better. Knowing yourself is so important that I think a person should take a minimum of 1 hour a day. That's 1 hour a day. This is a part of my knowing myself is knowing that I'm a creature that likes water. You know, a part of knowing yourself is also knowing about this physical body of yours. You know, that perhaps it was once just a bunch of water, just a bunch of water itself. You know, the same thing I'm drinking, maybe this body was once just the ocean, and somehow or another it became a little animal, and then the little animal became something else, and what do you know? Now it's some guy talking into a Sony Handycam, video recorder. Well, knowing myself, I drink a lot of water because I used to get, all kinds of manifestations of dehydration. That was me. Getting headaches, getting lethargic, my digestive system not moving smoothly, things like this. For years now, I drink plenty of water, and it has a lot of benefits. So knowing yourself physically, and understanding about how you can improve on your diet. Knowing yourself so you know how much rest you really need. Don't compare yourself with other people. Understand yourself and see that your needs are met. You know what I think is very tragic is the 400,000 people a year who die from cigarette smoking. These are people who sadly, it was not important for them to know themselves. If they really, really knew themselves, they would understand what impulse is causing them to need to get a nicotine high, and they would find some other way to get a high. You know, they might even learn how to go outside and take some deep breaths and just get a high that way. Or maybe, what do you know, just drink more water so the body is flushing out toxins that may be making the body tired, and therefore when it's tired, it's reaching for a fix like nicotine or caffeine or sugar or fast food or anything like this. Know yourself. Understand your physical body. 40,000 people who die each year from secondhand cigarette smoke. They don't know themselves. They don't know that they have a body that's susceptible, that's vulnerable to getting such a disease like, lung cancer, just because they live with a smoker. Know yourself, and you'll live happily, you'll live longer. When you know yourself, it's easier to function at work. And this is my alarm clock going off, telling me that I need to wrap up. Know yourself. Take an hour a day and study about you. Maybe break that into, the study of your mind, how you think, and your paradigms, your belief systems. Or maybe one day take an hour just to study about your mind and your emotions. Then the next day take an hour to study about the physical body. Just what is this heart, and what makes the heart keep alive? What are these lungs, and what do the lungs need? What are your inner organs? There are people who can tell you so much about so many things, but they don't even know that they have a particular organ in their body that's indispensable for their life. They don't even know that. There are so many people, they don't even know what's in their mind. They know so many other things in life that they think that they desire, they think they want, they think they have to have, but they don't even know the thoughts in their mind that are creating them to have that desire. Know yourself, and you will not be overly influenced by other people trying to sell you something that maybe you don't even need. These 400,000 people who die each year from cigarette smoking, that's 1,000 people a day who die from cigarette smoking. These are people who have been sold the idea that it's good to get a quick fix of the nicotine. They've been sold that idea. If they would have only have known themselves better at first, they could have found a better idea before the cigarette smoking habit happened. And of course, someone who really is dedicated to knowing oneself can also learn about what habits are and how habits are formed and how habits can be changed. So someone who smokes cigarettes habitually, if he takes the time to learn about himself, he can learn about the habits, and he can stop smoking and give himself a better chance for a better quality and longer life. So, how many people are looking for the perfect relationship, And they're always concerned about the attributes or characteristics of the person that they're looking for. Oh, it has to be a person who looks like this, or who has this kind of work, this kind of values. But what about yourself? The more you study yourself, the easier it's going to be for you to identify the kind of people that you want, for example, in a relationship. Because in the relationship, you are a person, you are at least half the part that's in that relationship. The more you understand about you, the more you're going to know very, very quickly what is a good fit or a bad fit. People who stay in relationships for 1 or 2 or 10, 15 years, or in a marriage this long, realizing even after the first couple years they weren't right for each other, but they kept with it. These are people that really could have benefited so much had they taken more time in life to know themselves. The more you know yourself, the more you can be honest with yourself and honest with other people. And in a relationship or marriage, the sooner you can say, you know what, I don't think I'm a right fit for you, and I don't think that you're the right fit for me. I think we should find some better fits and appreciate the time we had and say goodbye. When you know yourself, you can be happier where you work, and it's easier for you to find the work that you enjoy and to do whatever job you have in a way that you can enjoy. That's my powerful message today. I know it sounds general and it sounds so simple, maybe not even worth listening to, but the message is know yourself. Find specific ways to learn about yourself. Study yourself like you would study a course in college. Keep a journal, a notebook on what you're learning about yourself, and take this knowledge, this wisdom about yourself and use it. Just like I've cured 15 or 20 physical pains that are connected with playing the piano and with driving. Driving is how I made my money in this world. Not that I made a lot of money from driving, but that's how I earned my keep. And playing the piano what has fed me emotionally. My driving has fed me, economically, and playing the piano has fed me emotionally. Well, by knowing about myself, learning about myself, taking time to study myself, I was able to cure 15 or 20 physical problems that were connected with driving, and other physical problems, some fairly similar, connected with sitting and playing the piano. Not just in driving or playing the piano, but in every part of life, we can do better, we can enjoy life a lot more, the more we study ourselves. Take the time to do it. The study of self, the mastery of self, is really the study of yourself. And we're always changing, we're always growing. This means the continued study of oneself is an ongoing opportunity to get better, to dance with life in step all life long. As we get older, as we change, know thyself. It's worth it. Well, I'm going to stop talking now. I went way over my 10 minutes time. And I'm just going to say thank you very, very much for listening. This is David Groninger in Seattle, Washington, saying thank you.